Draymond Green opts out of his player option, 27.6 million, and now he's officially a free agent. Thoughts on opting out?
Yeah, so you really only opt out if you think you can get more money. So this could be a sign that the Warriors are going to start to move on from Draymond Green and potentially do a sign and trade. I saw a take, I believe it was Rick Bucher, and he's an NBA insider, and he said the previous general manager, they hired now Mike Dunleavy because Bob Myers stepped down and president of basketball operations. And he said he really thought it was time to start to break up Clay and Draymond from this team. And he really didn't want to be the one to do that, especially because he had so much emotional attachment because he went and built this roster. He doesn't want to be the one to break up the band. So now you have Mike Dunleavy kind of has to be the bad guy in the situation to break up Draymond Green, break up Clay Thompson. And I think after this playoff run, they're like, okay, this is time. This is enough nonsense from Draymond Green. You can't just be an absolute you can't just go on the court, get these technical fouls, and just say it's part of who I am when you cost the team probably the chance to be the greatest team ever. You cost them that title. And then you also got suspended again when you were down 0-2 versus Sacramento. Even though I thought Sabonis should have been suspended as well because he was grabbing your leg, you can't just go out there and stomp on a guy. So like, and you punched a teammate. And we already went out there and paid Jordan Poole all this money. We gave him 125 million.
Mm.
So it's like if we're gonna go out there and pay Jordan Poole, I thought the writing on the wall was you had to choose between paying Jordan Poole and Draymond Green, and I thought that's why Draymond Green was so salty with Jordan Poole. So I think he now wants to prove that every time the Warriors get talked about, they still put Clay ahead of Draymond. He wants to prove that he can go out there and be impactful on another team because I feel like there is a lot of media narratives when it comes to the NBA that Draymond Green would not be impactful on another team besides the Warriors. And I think it may be time for him to step outside of his comfort zone. Go to Miami. If you're going to opt out and then take less money, go to Phoenix and then be the distributor and defender and like kind of quarterback for that team or like a team like Milwaukee or Boston.
Yeah, I think it's time. For him, I think he knows he's probably not going to make 27 million wherever he goes.
No.
I think he's worth closer to 15 to 20 million where he goes because he's still impactful. He just can't really score much anymore. Good
Yeah.
distributor, can still rebound. Good team locker room guy. One thing you did kind of,
What? He punched a teammate.
yeah, but he's still a good. He still likes, he knows how to motivate people for sure.
For sure.
Not understated. One thing you forgot to mention, I should say, when you were talking about your breakdown of him,
Okay.
he also pushed Kevin Durant out.
Yeah.
So he lost titles there.
Yeah.
Because imagine if that dynasty lasted another 2-3 years, they win at least one more, minimum one more. So yeah, for Draymond, I think if there's destinations, I think ideally I'd like to see him stay in Golden State the rest of his career on a
Yeah.
cheaper deal. But at the same time, if he's going to leave, I see the Lakers, I see the Bucks, I don't think he goes to the Celtics, but a team where he can be impactful. The Suns, I don't think he goes to the Suns. Lakers, Bucks, Heat, one of those three teams, a contender. He needs to go to a contender.
Yeah.
Maybe the Kings. That'd be ironic.
The Kings.
Goes to
Yeah.
the King with Sabonis after he steps on him. Wouldn't be the craziest thing. Although I do see him for some reason in a Pistons jersey, but I just don't want that for him.
Yeah, that would be if the Warriors like had to get rid of him, but he is a clutch client. And then after him and LeBron had their whole spat in the 2016 finals, they came out as best buds. And then Draymond Green did go out there and go on LeBron's show. So I could actually see him on the Lakers. And I do think where he lives is definitely something that's important to a player like Draymond Green because he has his podcast. He's lived in the Bay Area for pretty much the past 10, 15 years since he's been with the Warriors. So I think quality of life is also going to be as important to him where he's not going to go to like a Milwaukee that's like somewhere in the Midwest where it's like nice place to live for some people, not when you're a star NBA player. So I would see Miami. Phoenix is close enough to California. You can get around to Vegas. And then the Lakers or the Clippers. Because I do think if the Clippers added someone like Draymond and you had Kawhi and Paul George healthy, that would be an elite defensive team.
Yeah,
I could see
absolutely.
it.
Absolutely. Well, I guess it remains to be seen. Also, in the NBA,